No, we got it.
Cool. Okay, that's everybody in. Good afternoon, everyone. Apologies for the delay. These things can be expected, but thanks for your patience. Welcome to this player press conference. We've got Marcell up first. Just for clarity with everyone, Marcell is open for use as of today, and then Cornell, who's going to join us later, we'll embargo him for use as of tomorrow. And then I'm sure everybody's seen the press release that came out earlier, just to confirm that Mornay Steyn is joining the team in Wales before they jet off to Scotland later on the week. And Johan Goosen is returning home for some medical attention on that knee. We'll get an update as soon as we have one on any progress regarding that. Otherwise, we've got Marcell now, and we'll open the floor for questions.
Hi, it's Marcell, Morgan here for AFM. Hope you're well. Marcell, how's the mood in the camp this week after last week's performance in Cardiff?
Yeah, no, I would say a bit more positive than previous weeks. Like I said, the results didn't go our way the previous 2 weeks, and we're a team that pride ourselves with high standards, and we want to be consistent in winning wherever we play, and manage to get the win this weekend. There's definitely a new energy, and I think also the fact that we know it's our last week on tour and we're playing against Edinburgh and then we come home again, so no, plenty to play for and just a lot of energy and excitement all around, after that result.
Marcell, what caused the turnaround? Because obviously the first 2 weeks were really tough, and I know the Irish teams, you know them very well, are really good in this competition. But even last week in the first half, things weren't going your way, and then suddenly second half, everything clicked.
Yeah, I think we made it very difficult for ourselves in that first half. We gave away very soft penalties, and we just put ourselves under heaps of pressure that first half, and sometimes you just have to keep chopping, and I think that's what the boys did. And we identified where they were killing us at the breakdown, and that's the time at halftime we just came around and said, listen, if we can sort out that, our carriers can get go forward ball and just create a bit of tempo and momentum, we'll win this game, and everyone knew, and everyone in the team just bought into that, and we just went on to that second half with a mindset, just we're going to give it everything, and because we know we lost 2 games in the previous games, and we just felt that the synergy amongst the guys, and that passion came out in the character, and I think it means a lot for us to play for this team and also to win, and I think ultimately that grunt and hunger just overlaps in that second half.
Marcell, Jan de Koning, you guys obviously had a couple of chances to look at some of the Edinburgh boys against the other South African teams. What do you guys expect from them? Very different team to Irish teams.
Yeah, from playing in them in previous teams for Ulster and stuff, I know the coaches well and the players more or less, so they've got a very good set piece foundation in which they want to play off, whether the scrums and their lineouts, and they've got a good kicking game plan. But what I've noticed from last weekend, they've brought in a lot of tempo to their game as well. So it's definitely something I think Gregor Townsend, the head of coach, is trying to implement in both Scottish teams. It's the way he kind of brought it into the British and Irish line setup as well. So I think they're definitely moving towards that direction. And as you could see against Cardiff as well, I think teams identify South Africans, they want to take them on with tempo, because we not really used to the circumstances here abroad, So I think the way we can adapt to that and we can just shut that down, I'm sure it will be an even game then on the day.
Marcell, Simon, you have a rugby 15. The news that you guys will play your inverted home games now in Italy, how has the group responded to that? Is it a bridge that you will cross once you get there? Because obviously you first come back to South Africa and then you return to Italy. How do you respond to that, and how will you prepare for that?
Yeah, look, it's like you said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For us now, our focus is just ending the tour well and we just want to have a good success around that, but look, it is what it is, the whole COVID and everything, it's uncontrollables, so we're just trying to adapt wherever, we just want to play rugby, and we're very fortunate to do that. We've been on tour now here for almost 4 weeks now, and just the privilege of exploring other countries as well and playing rugby against great sides, it just helps us grow as individuals and as a team, so we just want to play rugby.
Marcell, congratulations on the win last week and your own performance. Obviously a big blow losing Jan Coetzee. Can you just chat to us about that blow, but also Chris Smith obviously did really well filling in, and how nice is it to have Morné Steyn with you now as well for this week?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned all those names now. I mean, Jan Coetzee, Chris Smith, Morné Steyn. I mean, that is backup for you, and it shows you how the depth chart has grown over the past seasons, within the Bull structures here as well. And look, Coetzee is a character off the field, and he's a good leader for us on the field as well. And it was a blow for us, but it just shows you the character and resilience of Chris Smith coming on and just filling those boots. And I personally thought he had an excellent game, and just helped us to turn the tide a bit now. And now you're bringing Morné Steyn along, who just won your British and Irish Line Series. I mean, that is experience you can't buy, so that's just awesome to have him here as well. And no, look, we're bleeding for Coetzee. Like I tell you, he's a brother for us all, and we're hurting with him. We'll find out now how serious the injury is. We don't have any clarity on that, but we pray and hope that he has safe travels back home and he just gets the healing needed. But in saying that, Morné Steyn coming over, what a character to have. He's a legend here at Bulls Rugby and a great bloke off the field. So I'm sure he'll bring that extra energy and a bit of enthusiasm going to this last game, mate.
Marcell, the 4G pitch, Jake made his views known on it. He's not a fan of it. And it seemed like you guys also took a while to adapt, and now it's again this week, another 4G pitch. How did you find it?
Yeah, no, you managed to play a bit on 4G pitches whilst you were abroad here, and now look, at the body does take a bit longer to recover, I would say, on the joints in particular and stuff, but look, I mean, it is what it is, you have to adapt. I mean, it's rugby, and like I mentioned earlier, you don't care how, where, or when, you just want to play, and it's definitely added to the tempo of the game, if I can put it in the technical aspect, like the game is a lot more quicker, decision making shorter, and that's the way these guys want to play rugby, and I think look, it is what it is, and you just have to adapt.
Hello, Marcell. Sorry, Percy, Heinz. This is Katoa from Eyewitness News Sport. I just want to know, Jake also mentioned, along with the 4G pitch, you mentioned the referees and how you want to get referee Henning in to come help with the law adaptations and all of that. Have you done anything differently this week regarding the referees?
Well, I must compliment Antapa for coming in, and just helping us to create an awareness how the Northern Hemisphere referees are looking for. At the end of the day, we want to sell good pictures and we want to close that gap to adapt quickly, and I think he's been instrumental for us in giving us feedback and what the referees want and stuff, and he's given us very good slides and where we can improve, and we don't want to catch up too long, we want to close that gap smaller, like I said, and I think he's just been instrumental. And I think in the refs interpretations, you just have to play it and how it feels, I think the most important thing is just clear communications and where we can improve our South African sides, so.
Marcell, actually, just on that point, I suppose also given the talk of that very good second half performance last weekend, I mean, like you mentioned, you guys struggled with breakdown interpretations and your own type of execution, but I suppose in the end also, adapting to the refereeing is also a confidence thing, actually. And I suppose a second half performance like that also helps in that regard, is that you actually also now have the confidence that, yes, we can actually adapt.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do. You're calling it spot on. Look, it was a whole new tournament for us format. We came here the first two games, didn't really know what to expect. Some of us that has played here knew exactly where we were going, you know, but it's hard for the big group. I mean, we still have got a young group here that is growing by the day, you know, and you can see they're really finding their feet now within the circumstances, the culture, the referees, as you mentioned, you know. So no, look, it was always going to be a process, you know, but hopefully we got it right now, and we can build on that going into this Saturday, you know, because you don't want to take a step backwards now, you know. That's a foundation we can build on now, and we just want to keep improving as this tournament goes, you know. And the more exposure and the more experienced players we're trying to develop as well, you know. So no, look, it's going to be a process, but no, it's good. I think we're going into the right direction.
Marcell Coetzee Young van Een is hier. As ek 'n Afrikaanse vraag in Afrikaans kan vra mondelik. Ek wil 'n vraag herhaal vinnig, Marcell. Net die kwessie rondom die verlies van Johan Goos natuurlik en die feit dat jy ervaring nou terugkry, laat dit jou gemaklik as 'n kaptein van hierdie groep. En net 'n ander deel van my vraag wil ek net weet, julle sal natuurlik hierdie eerste deel van julle toernooi op 'n hoë noot afsluit hierdie naweek.
Nee, definitief. Nee, kyk, nee, hulle albei is deel van die leierskap posisies hier in die span, jy weet, en Morgenstein se ervaring is fantasties, jy weet. I mean, hy's net soos ek vroeër genoem het, jy weet, hy's 'n karakter af die veld en hy's net consistent in alles wat hy doen, jy weet. So om hom hier te hê gaan 'n baie groot lig wees vir die span. En maar met dieselfde tyd is dit vir ons baie hartseer om afskeid te neem met Johan wat nou terug aan Suid-Afrika toe. I mean, ons is amper eners die twee, jy weet. So nee, ons gaan hom baie mis, maar jy weet, Chris Smith het 'n fantastiese game gehad toe hy opgekom het, jy weet, om ons te help die skip te gedraai daarso. En ja, nee, kyk, hulle al drie is klasspelers, jy weet, maar nee, op 'n einde van die dag gebeur beserings en dan moet ou adapt, jy weet. En die feit om net om goed af te sluit, ek dink hierdie sal baie sê van ons as 'n groep hoe ons gegroei het oor hierdie toernooi sover. Jy weet, kyk, die eerste 2 weke het nie goed gegaan nie. En ons rou was bietjie teen die muur, maar die kultuur was baie sterk in daai proses en ons het net gesê ons moet net aanhou kap, dit gaan gebeur en werk aan met ander faktore ook, jy weet. So nee, om die toer nou te eindig teen Edinburgh daarso, jy weet, ja nee, kyk, dit is ons wil definitief teken vir 'n wen en die toer goed afsluit, jy weet, en dan jy weet, dan die manne wel verdien 'n breek. Ons weet nie hoe lank nou op hierdie stadium nie, maar nee, dit is iets om voor te gaan en ja, nee, sien nou weer uit om Suid-Afrika dan weer te sien.
Marcell, just going back to the breakdowns, in the first half, you guys conceded a lot of penalties, but then in the second, it really totally swung around. You guys got most of the penalties there. Can you just give us some more detail on what you guys changed? Was it as simple as just staying on your feet a bit more, or were there other factors that caused the big turnaround in the breakdowns?
Yeah, I think in the first half, you know, yes, we were just too slow to get to the breakdowns, first of all. You know, the pitches were really, really good. The speed on which there was on the ball at that stage, you know, really put us underneath pressure. I mean, if you take when we were in the 22, we put up one phase, in the second phase, there was a turnover. Well, you know, so just our reaction speed at times, technically, breakdown-wise, we were a bit too slow, you know, and we managed to fix that at halftime, you know, and we just say, listen, let's just clean past it. Let's get there first. And as soon as we get front foot on that, you know, the penalties will come and we can put them under pressure, you know. And I think which helped with the penalty margin for us as well as you know, with the breakdowns, if we can get that fast and we can get our carriers in the game, you know, it gives you a lot of time and space, you know, then you can put the opposition under pressure. And I think that's when the thing swung for us, you know, and for us personally as well, you know, we just read the breakdowns a bit better. We were a bit more quicker to commit turnovers as well, you know, and everyone just bought into it, you know. So the big message at halftime was definitely we had to sort our breakdowns out because here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is a breakdown battle at each and every turn, you know. You can't rely just one phase to make it all good for you. You have to work on second, third, and fourth, you know. It's a paces game.
Any further questions, gents? Last two?
I've got one more, if I may. Marcell, you guys put in a great defensive effort last weekend, and I think Jake has said it several times that you guys really enjoy defending. Against Edinburgh, do you think it's fair to say that that's where the Stormers actually really troubled Edinburgh with their putting them under pressure defensively? And obviously that's an area you guys want to take another further step up this weekend.
No, 100%. I mean, look, we're South Africans, you know, we like the physical contest and stuff, and defense is your ideal opportunity to inflict or to flex your muscles there. You know, look, it's in our blood, it's in our DNA. We love the collisions, you know, but with it does have to come with smart, you know, looking at every team, every weekend, you're either playing a Welsh team or a Scottish team or an Irish team, you know, and every team brings its own challenges now. So you have to adapt according to what they bring and how you can adapt to your defensive structures to counter that, you know. So look, it's a thing we learn quickly, you know, and we had to adapt according to that. And yeah, no, we've seen definitely a few holes where we might identify where we can put some pressure, but all in all, yeah, you know, we just we as South Africans, we love the collision battle, and if you want to get one on your opponent, you have to win the collisions. Simple as that.
Last question from Marcell before we go to Cornell.
Ja, thanks Zumandi. Marcell, ek gaan hierdie in Afrikaans vra. Die Sharks wat julle kom ondersteun het iemand spesiaal gereël dat hulle kom, of was dit 'n spontane ding van hulle af gewees? En ja, dit het gelyk asof julle bietjie vlees gevat het daarna, 'n bietjie geselebrate het.
Ja, ag weet jy, ek dink dit was eerstens fantasties in klas van hulle, jy weet, om tyd te besteed om vir ons te kom ondersteun. Jy weet, ek meen daai gees wat hulle gebring het ook, jy weet, ons het Georgia Loza in die crowd gehoor en ek het nooit gedink gaan dit ooit 'n kaart hoor nie, jy weet, maar dit van die manne afgekom. En dit wys jou ons almal is hier vir mekaar, jy weet, ons almal hoop dat almal goed doen ook hierso, jy weet, en ons almal weet dis 'n nuwe toernooi en al daai goed en ons wil die vlag mooi papper vir al die spanne, jy weet. So nee, ook in die aande, jy weet, as ons hier is die span die aand voordat ons speel, dan kyk ons dit hier in die hotel en ons support mekaar, jy weet. Ek meen dit is waar dit gaan, jy weet. Ons support mekaar al die pad hierso en ons is hier saam in die storie, jy weet. En wat hulle gedoen het na die tyd ook om na die tyd te bly en om net 'n tydjie te bestee en ons het 'n bietjie met hulle gechat ook na die tyd en so. Nee, daar's 'n baie goeie dit maak jy trots om Suid-Afrikaans te wees, jy weet. Ek was baie geraak deur wat hulle gedoen het en ja, jy weet, dit wys jou net die karakter en klas wat tussen die spanne is in hierdie toernooi. Ons is saam in dit.
Thanks very much, Marcell. Really appreciate it. All the best for this weekend and enjoy the rest of your stay.
Thanks, dankie manne hoor.
Dankie Marcell, sterkte.